Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Amito and this is my channel. If this is your first time to see me, you're very much welcome. So we are going to do a reaction video, a reaction to Kenyan comedian, yeah, who was performing, who was doing a show like where the majority of the crowd like were white people. Majority of the crowd were white people. So she just literally just told them that why can't they show Africans their true selves? Why can't they show Africans that they're not happy to have Africans go to their country? Like let's just go straight to the video. And then we talk about the...
You know, I used to hang out with black Americans. But you know what surprised me most is that I felt no connection with black Americans. And that surprised me. Now I know at the time I didn't. You know, I felt no connections with black Americans. Because you know what? Black Americans were woke. You know, black Americans had looked at their oppressor in the face. They had tunnel vision, just like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela looked at his oppressor in his face, and you know what? He had tunnel vision. They knew what was bringing them down. In Africa, we don't have tunnel vision. We don't know what is oppressing us. Because you know what? Because slavery just changed. It didn't go away, it just changed. So most people in Africa, we feel oppressed. We don't know what is oppressing us, you see. Those children in the Congo that are mining all of the coltan with their bare hands, they don't know that at the top of the chain is a white man. The children that are picking the cocoa, right? They don't actually know that the person at the top is a white man. I found out the farm next to my father's farm now belongs to Unilever. That's right. People in Africa cannot afford to buy land anymore. Do you know why? Because slavery never ended. It still carries on. You know, they dump all their toxic waste all over Africa. All your babies' nappies are all over Africa. People cannot farm their land anymore. Do you know? And you know what? Like, here's a fact. 3/4 of the people in Africa are under the age of 30. 3/4 of the people in Africa are under the age of 30. Majority of people in Africa have never heard of slave trade. Majority of people in Africa have never heard of colonialism. Majority of people in Africa only ever see white people when they're coming to save us. So majority of people in Africa fundamentally believe this. They fundamentally believe that white people are nice. They fundamentally believe that white people will do anything to save them. They fundamentally believe that if they walk across the Sahara Desert, cross perilous seas, the nice people in Europe will be welcoming them with big open hands. I say, if you don't want people from Africa coming to your continent, let them know the real you. That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Show them, because information in Africa, history is completely controlled in Africa. We don't learn history in Africa. Do you know what? Show them the brutality of the empire. Show them the brutality of the slave trade. Just show them. And you know what? If you don't want people from Africa coming to Europe,
yes,
leave Africa out.
Yes. Oh guys, you see, have you guys seen like what she has, oh my goodness, she's a comedian, but trust me, her comedy is just more of like educative comedy. It's just, okay, it's not, I think sometimes it is kind of like because when you see from the hand claps, majority of the people who are clapping their hands were people who look like me. So, and there were very few. The rest were frozen. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. Because this is supposed to be a comedian. She's supposed to be saying funny stuff, right? But the joke's on them. Anyways, so we go straight to whatever she has been talking about. I don't think I need to repeat what she has talked about. I don't think I need to repeat. First and foremost, she talked about black Americans being very woke, which is something I agree with 100%. a lot of the things we do here, I'm telling you, I have Black American friends who will be like, but Amito, like, why are you doing this? Why are people behaving like this? Because trust me, there are some clubs in Uganda, or some restaurants, or some, let me say, how should I say, yeah, recreational places, whereby if you go looking like me as a Mito, yet I am a Ugandan, and then a Muzungu goes to the same place, even if I was there first, they're going to run and first try to ask, the Muzungu, what do you need? They think the Muzungu is better than me, even if like I have more money. Like in most of the times, the people who go to those places have money, of course. So even if I have more money, just because of the Muzungu, like even if I have more money, they're going to rush to serve the Muzungu before me. It happens in very many places, and the Black Americans are not with it. Because they are woke, they'll be like, why? Like, why is this happening? It's the mentality that we have, yeah, that because we see the Wazungus running the NGOs, they are doing this, they're doing that, we think they are really, really good, they're really supposed to be taken, they're supposed to be treated very nicely because they're really amazing, they are caring. They don't know that everything these people are doing has strings attached. So that's why that's why a lot of us end up like getting issues with Black Americans, because a Black American will come and be like, what is that? Like, why are you behaving like that? And then we'll be like, our people, some of them will be like, this guy is being problematic, he's being what. And then sometimes even making friends with these people, with the Black Americans, can become hard for them, because the Black Americans have seen all these things, yeah? And they come here seeing how we are treating all the Wazungus, yet from the other side they are acting very different. They're really, some of them are very horrible, and then they be like, why? So for us, we don't get it, because from here, what we see is different. You get? So that is it. Oh my goodness. She talked about a lot of people not knowing about slavery. I've talked about this. A lot of us don't even, the history we have about slave trade, we only know the transatlantic slave trade, like just whatever that has been happening from here, not even into details. If you want to learn about the transatlantic slave trade very well, you have to go and do research for yourself. And you will not get it in the history books here in Uganda or wherever. You will not get them written there. So you have to go search somewhere else in order to get the information. So how about the people who didn't go to school? Or how about the people who didn't go to like a higher level of education? They don't even know that slavery was happening. Especially the ones who are in countries like these landlocked countries where there was nothing, like they are not close to the seas and the oceans. So, and slavery, like slave trade, never happened in their countries. They don't even know, because we are not given those information. You get? Colonization literally happened in our country. It has happened, and it was happening in our countries, but there are some people who didn't even know that was colonization. Like there are people who don't even know up to now that was colonization. There are people who don't even know, like even if they know colonization was there are people who still don't know that a lot of the things are being ruled, are being controlled by the Wazungus. They don't even know that. So literally, some of us are just, I don't know, some of us here in Africa are just brainwashed, because I don't know, trust me, being friends with Black Americans are really opened my mind, because a lot of the times people, I've started seeing things really differently. And trust me, I know people will be like, I'm very problematic. Most times when I go to such places, like where, like recreational places, yeah, when I go out, and then there was Unguza being served first before me, trust me, I go insane. I go insane. Like, my friends know me. Like, I go insane. I be like, you guys are the worst. Trust me, I start screaming. I start really throwing. I be like, what? I feel like even crying sometimes, because from the history and from whatever I've learned from some of the Black Americans, I be like, this is so unfair. I don't like this. I don't. And people be like, Amitu, what's your problem? Why are you acting like that? Literally, they can't even. I be like, anyways, let me just go somewhere else. Don't want to ruin my day. I just take myself somewhere else. It happens all the time. And if you see a lot of Black Americans who are in Africa, they see that. They know that. So anyways, let me not just focus on, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Please go and follow this lady on TikTok.